Hello. Hi, so welcome. My name's Karen and I'm going live to show you how to finger paint with cream 3D foundation. And that is why my face looks like this on this side, because I'm actually going to show you how live to apply cream 3D foundation with your fingers, and then I'll do it on this side, and then I will show you how you can blend it. Because a lot of times we see this really fun, oh my gosh, they just dot it and they just swipe this makeup all over, but we never really kind of see how you blend it together live. So I thought I would show you that. I get a lot of questions on that. So if you're joining me, say hi, thanks so much, and I'm excited to show you this. So again, if we haven't met, my name's Karen from 50's the New 50 blog. And I'm 55. I've been using Seint 3D cream foundation and highlighting makeup for 2 years now. And what I'm going to do right now, if you want to stick around and see, is I'm going to show you how I applied my contour. My 3 highlight shades is what we call our foundations with my finger. And then I'm going to do it on this side, and then I'm going to blend it together and show you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start. When I do this technique, and there's no real right or wrong order, okay? But this is just my tips. I'm gonna start by applying the darkest shade first, and that is your contour, okay? So I'm gonna take my contour with my finger. What I love about doing this technique, especially if you haven't used this makeup, you're brand new to it, and you're not quite sure, you feel like you get too much of it on or not enough, that this is just a really great way to literally get on the right amount that you need, because you're applying it with your finger and you're placing it exactly where it needs to go, because you're just drawing it or painting it right on. So the first thing I'm doing is I put my finger in, and it kind of helps warm up the cream makeup. And the first place I'm going to apply it is up here on my forehead. And I'm just drawing that on, as you can see. Kind of about, I don't know, just however far down that you want to do that. It depends on the how tall your forehead is and how far you want to come down your temples. Depends on how wide your face is, and you want to kind of give that illusion of narrowing your face. The next place I'm going to contour is underneath my cheekbone, so I'm going to put some on my finger. And this is great because you can actually feel where your cheekbone is, and you can just kind of swipe and feel and apply that contour just right up underneath your cheekbone there, almost in a little smiley face or a little swoosh, because you're wanting to apply it and lifting it up, and then you want to stop about the outside of your eye. So you can see how easy it is to get that placement like that, right? So if you've done this before, if you've applied it 3D foundation with your finger, comment and let us know, or give us some hearts and let us know. The next place is I'm going to apply it along my jawline. So again, I can just kind of feel. This is what's so great about this, is I'm not really having to guess too much, because I can actually feel my jawline right here, and I can pull that down. So contour along my jawline, which I did over here as well. It's a little bit lighter, that's okay. Underneath my cheekbone, up here on my forehead. Now, if you like to contour your nose, you can do that as well. I don't do that as often. One, because I'm kind of lazy. And 2, I'm not really great at it, but you can tap a little bit of the contour on your fingers, and then again, you can tap that right down, right along the outside, that bridge part. And again, since you can feel your bone structure, this is a lot easier way to apply this makeup, and you're not going to use too much. All right, so contour's on. I liked, again, like I said at the beginning, if you missed, I'm applying my 3D foundation with my fingers, finger painting technique, and then if you want to stick around, I'm going to show you live how it blends together, okay? Because sometimes we don't get to see that. We don't get to see how it all blends together. We kind of see those fun clips and videos, but we don't see it blended. Okay, so the next color I'm going to use is my color corrector shade, or my darkest shade that I have in my palette. And again, I'm going to pick it up with my finger, and I like to apply some of that underneath my eyes. And I'm just lightly tapping. I'm not putting too much on. And I'm putting some on my eyelids, because I tend to get a lot of brown and melasma around my eye. Over here I have some sunspots and age spots right in this area. So I'm going to, where I have sun damage, right in the areas there. So what I'm doing now is a pimple. I think my cat scratched me in the middle of the night. So I've got a big red scratch right here. And then on my chin area, I get a lot of broken capillaries. So this is just kind of where I'm applying a little bit of my color corrector or camo shade. So you can kind of see how I just dotted that on. I did the same thing over here, wherever I needed to apply that. Then I'm going to go to my next shade, which is my main shade, or the shade that matches my skin tone the closest. And that is called Sandy for me. And so I'm going to pick up some of that. And now I'm going to just start kind of dotting on and filling in on my face. Again, just little dots, just like this. Not a lot, where I need some coverage of just my main foundation shade. So the great thing is that this is all going to get blended together, and it is buildable, so we can always come back and add more, and we can always keep blending to lift off if we get too much, okay? And then finally, the lightest shade is this shade here, which I'm just going to apply a little bit on the inside of my eye and a little bit out here, kind of right on the outside of my eye area. I can always go back in and put a little bit right up here above my brow bone and just down my nose a bit. Okay, so I just applied my 3D foundation, finger painted it on from my contour here to my color corrector or concealer shade, my main foundation shade, and a lighter shade. So this is my 3D foundation right here. And together, I'm going to blend it together. This is going to just blend together to create my foundation. And so what's so great about this is that you don't need to worry about muddling the colors or getting the brushes dirty. What I do is I'm going to now blend from the lightest colors to the darkest, okay? So this is the buff brush. I like blending with this brush when I do this technique because it does have this nice smaller end that I can get in to these areas. So let's start here with our lighter colors. So I had put some brightener here on the inside of my eye. So I'm just kind of pouncing and lightly tapping that color and just kind of buffing that in. I had a shade on my eyelids, so while I'm here by my eyes, I'm gonna just lightly blend out and now start tapping underneath my eyes and over here. And you don't need to clean this brush off in between. Don't worry about that. We're kind of starting with the lighter shades and we're going to blend into the darker shades. We're going to do the contour last. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do that at all. So don't feel like you have to do it this way. I'm going to turn over the bigger brush, the bigger end, and I'm just going to start kind of pouncing and blending those colors together. And it's okay that they blend together because all of them together are going to create my foundation and give my face dimension, because it's not going to be just one flat liquid or powder foundation that I applied. It's a variation of these 3 shades and some contour that's going to create that foundation, that more dimensional foundation. So now I'm coming up on my forehead. Now here I'm working the contour now. I'm getting into the contour. So go ahead and push that up into your hairline, just like that. I'm just kind of pouncing and blending where those two meet. Can you see how that's just kind of blending together? Let me get my hair out of the way. And then here where I have the contour on my cheekbones, I can just lightly tap and pounce over that. Ooh, my hair's being a little staticky. We just got some snow today, and the first real snow of the season, and we were able to get our snow tires on Saturday, so thank goodness, because we needed the snow tires this morning, so that was nice to get that done. Do you have to put snow tires on where you're at, where you're living? Do you put on snow tires or studded tires, or do you not have to worry about that? We do here in Idaho for sure. Okay, so I've just tapped and slightly, now I'm just kind of going through and just making sure I don't have any harsh lines. And that's where too, you can go back and decide if you need any extra makeup anywhere. Yes, so easy, right? Easy, easy. Okay, all right. That is pretty much it. So I just used this brush here. I didn't clean it off in between. I just did some pouncing and tapping to blend those colors together. And you can still kind of see a little bit of my contour, that shadow there underneath my cheekbones. Pull that down on your neck underneath your jawline. And that's a really easy way to apply the 3D foundation, especially if you feel like you get too much makeup on when you're first starting to use this makeup. Yes, snow tires in Norway. Texas, you probably don't, Sue, need them right now or ever. But yeah, here in Idaho, we definitely have to put them on. So, oh, I wish I could go to Norway someday. My husband is half Norwegian, so someday maybe we will get to travel there. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is now just apply my lip and cheek color. This is a really pretty pink. It's called Cindy. It's just, it's also cream. So I'm gonna paint that on with my fingers. Can you see that? Just tapping that on right above my contour. And I'm gonna grab that same brush. And again, I don't need to clean it off. I'm just gonna tap over and up to blend a little bit of that pink. It's really pretty pink. It's called Cindy. Just a really soft pink on my cheeks. Just a little hint of pink. Hi, Diane. You probably don't need snow tires in California either, do you? I don't know, it depends. I mean, Northern California maybe, but probably not. I just put a little bit of that on my lips as well. This is a pretty color. You can even use this color as a little bit of a cream eyeshadow. If you just were in a hurry and wanted to be done, you can take a little bit of this Cindy for just a little hint of pink on your lids, a little pink eyeshadow. Go ahead and, well, we're gonna set our makeup here, but I wanna use a little bit of illuminator. This is called Angel, and this is like a creamy, kind of a shimmer. I don't know if you can see that. And so I'm just gonna add just a little bit of shimmer right above the Cindy, the highest part. I put the Cindy lip and cheek color on my eyelids, and now I'm gonna put a little bit of that Angel right above it on my brow bone. Again, it's like you can, these are so multi-purpose. You can use them for so many different things. Putting some down my bridge of my nose. Can you see that little bit of shimmer? And I can put some on my lips to add a little shimmer and make that Cindy more of a frosty. Simple, simple, done. Set your makeup, shake up your setting spray. You can spray your face with your setting spray. I like to spritz it at the end of my Buff blush and bronzer brush and just take and tap it. You can do this with a perfector sponge or a beauty blender, or even just any big fluffy brush that you have, and then just let your setting spray dry. And that sets your makeup. So pretty easy to finger paint with this makeup. And I think when you first start out, if you feel like you're getting too much of this makeup and your face feels heavy, which it should not, it shouldn't look oily, it shouldn't look greasy, it should just have a pretty glow. And the color that you've been color matched to, you shouldn't be using too much makeup. If you're using too much makeup and your face is looking, and you feel like you have to use a lot to get the coverage that you want, then you probably have a color that's too light. And if your face is looking a little yellow, and not matching, then you might have a color that's too dark. So make sure you get color matched by an artist like myself. You can do that if you'd like today. You can just send me a no makeup selfie. I have a color match form. You can message me color match, or you can click the link in my bio for a free color match. And it's really easy to do. And then that's the best way to make sure that you get the right shades that work for you. And that's a lot of that troubleshooting, is having probably the wrong shade. And for most of us gals who are mature, like I said, I'm 55, we're probably using shades that are way too light. I know it sounds scary. Some of these colors look really dark, but these are usually, we need to go a bit darker as we get older. And that gives us our face a little bit of a glow, and it gives us the coverage that we need without having to put on a ton of makeup, because we don't want to. We don't want makeup getting in our creases or our fine lines, but we want to still have that coverage and look glowy and youthful and enjoy wearing our makeup again, right? So I hope that that was a fun thing to watch. If you missed it and you just are coming on now, I'll save this on my feed and it'll say live replay, finger painting with cream makeup, and you can watch it again later. And make sure that you comment and tell me, replay, or go back and comment and let me know that you watched it live, and reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Thanks so much. I hope this was helpful, and I will catch you next time I go live here on Instagram. Have a great day.